Let me tell you a story about the humble blue jeans. Most of us wear it on a regular basis. We don't give it a second thought. But years ago, the blue jeans was a symbol of freedom. It penetrated the Soviet Union's Iron Curtain. In many ways, denim mobilized people in a closed communist country. And I'm telling you the story because another communist nation is facing its blue jeans moment. And it is responding with ruthlessness. No prizes for guessing. I'm talking about China. And the blue jeans is the big tech giants. For years, Beijing indulged these companies, the likes of Alibaba, Tencent and Baidu. They were advertised as Chinese success stories, companies that could compete with their Western rivals. But now all of a sudden, they're public enemy number one. So what changed? Chinese tech giants became too big for their own good. Their influence over the Chinese middle class expanded. Their CEOs became celebrities. They were inviting Hollywood stars to corporate events. But in China, we know there's only one alpha, and that is the Communist Party. Beijing wanted to cultivate these tech companies as extended arms of the state. And when things moved in the opposite direction, they cracked down. The first victim was Alibaba. Its owner Jack Ma made a cardinal sin last year. He criticized Chinese regulators and the response was swift. Beijing blocked the IPO of Jack Ma's Ant Group. The company was asked to restructure itself as a financial holding company, which means China's central bank will now oversee the Ant Group. But Beijing was not done yet. Earlier this month, they imposed a record fine on Alibaba. The company had to pay $2.75 billion. Now, usually firms contest such penalties. They call them unfair and steep. Alibaba did neither. It accepted the fine and moved on. And that should give you a sense of how powerful the Communist Party is. Next on the list appears to be Tencent. It's another Chinese success story, a tech giant valued at $776 billion, 776. Word on the street is China is preparing a substantial fine for Tencent, almost $1.54 billion or 10 billion yuan. The charges range from not reporting acquisitions to anti-competitive practices. So how did China arrive at this figure? Well, there is no arithmetic to it. The fine must be high enough to set an example. I think that's the logic. For Alibaba, it was $2.75 billion. For Tencent, $1.54 billion. What's unfolding in China is a battle for influence. This is a country that is built around a single party. The party decides what you eat, what you wear, how you live. It is used to having unlimited control over people's lives. Well, that changed with the arrival of big tech. These companies created an alternative world for the Chinese. They introduced people to social media, e-commerce, internet gaming. As it turned out, this virtual world was a lot more egalitarian. The Chinese loved it. Their government, not so much. The issue basically boils down to insecurity. The Communist Party is insecure about the virtual world. It wants to dominate public life once again. And the strategy it has chosen is to villainize tech giants, make examples out of the big boys. And so far, it seems to be working. Earlier this month, more than 30 Chinese tech companies, 30, made a pledge of allegiance to Beijing. These 30 companies promised to reform themselves and fall in line. The tech giants are scared of the party because in China, politics and economics are two sides of the same coin, and this coin is minted by the Communist Party. So let me come back to the story of the blue jeans. If you go to Russia today, everyone is wearing them because freedom is intoxicating. Thanks to tech giants, the Chinese people have seen what a free world looks like. So Beijing is pushing back. And it is the most ironic pushback ever. A party that has monopolized politics wants to break up monopolies. A party that snoops on its own citizens wants companies to turn off the tracker. A party that rubbishes international law wants companies to respect regulation. It is hypocrisy of the highest order. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.